Yeah.
Okay. Is it open?
I think it's locked.
Which key?
Again. You want to do the report this time? Short meeting.
I think I understood.
Let's do record, Peter.
Won't even be bringing up the conversation.
Sir,
Hello, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Michael, how are you?
Aaron, how are you?
Machines are rising. I got to spend the last 4 hours with Verizon at Public Works.
For what purpose?
We changed over to FiOS for a better fiber connection.
Just now, we've been finals.
They didn't have FiOS available. That's our backup site. And I tied server to server with the nice. And we're going over the cost. It's taking forever.
It's done now? It's working? We don't know. I do have a question. When did you decide on counting the full?
And I'm happy to get this over, but there used to be one with big wheels.
Okay.
Okay, if we could all rise and say the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To get a booster still. Booster for the seat.
I probably should have 4 years ago.
Okay, I'll wing it. This is to state for the record that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public by posting and maintaining the annual notice of the regular meetings for the year 2014 by posting them in the municipal building and by advertising the dates in 3 newspapers that carry our notices, the Montclair Times, the Glen and Star Ledger. This was done in our first meeting in January of 2014. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilperson Patrick?
Here.
Masovich?
Here.
Lefkowitz?
Here.
Dawson?
Here.
Theodoro?
Here.
Morrow?
Here.
Mayor Hughes is present. Mr. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Great, thanks, Mike. Could I get a motion, please, to approve the minutes of our last regular meeting on December 8th? Thank you. Can I get a second? David, thank you. Any comments? Questions? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilperson Patrick?
Aye.
Masovich?
I'll abstain.
Lefkowitz?
Aye.
Dawson?
Aye.
Theodoro?
Aye.
Morrow?
Aye.
5 ayes, 1 abstention, no nays. The motion is carried.
Very good. How about presentation, please, of written communications?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have a certificate of determination and award for the special emergency note, and for the full note in accordance with state statute. I'll note this for the record. Received a thank you note from the Golden Circle seniors for the support the council has given them with their trips. We have an update from PSC&G as well as a filing of tariffs, and that concludes correspondence for this evening.
Michael? No comments tonight. I see no members of the public here tonight, so I think we can skip right to Councilman Patrick, resolution number 158, claims.
Mayor, I have Resolution 158-14, be resolved the following claims be included in the warrants drawn for the same. Current fund grand total of $3,568,000, of which bulk is the monthly payment to the Board of Education in $2.264 million. And we also have some payment of notes, principal and interest in $781,637. I move the resolution.
For the resolution, I'll second. Thank you, Paul. Comments? Will the clerk call the roll?
Councilperson Patrick?
Aye.
Masovich?
Aye.
Lefkowitz?
Aye.
Dawson?
Aye.
Theodoro?
Aye.
Morrow?
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. The resolution is approved.
Resolution number 159-14, be it resolved that the following appropriation transfers be made in the 2014 current budget effective December 23rd, 2014. The total that's going to move is $14,917. I move the resolution.
Very good. Here's the resolution. May I have a second? Thank you again, Paul. Comments? Will the clerk?
I just asked for it. This is to clear money out that wasn't used for storm remediation?
Yeah, basically we transferred to accounts that were over budget from under budget. So in storm clearance last year, based on the weather we were having, we increased the appropriations for storm clearance. Unfortunately, we didn't have to use those funds.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilperson Patrick.
Aye.
Pasovich.
Aye.
Lefkowitz.
Aye.
Dawson.
Aye.
Theodora.
Aye.
Morrow.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. The resolution is approved.
I have resolution number 160-14. Whereas ordinance number 1621, ordinance adopted December 8, 2014, adopted titles for the exempt employees of the Borough and fixed maximum salaries and other compensation for those titles. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Glen Ridge that the following positions shall receive a list of compensations for the year 2015 or until revised by ordinance or resolution as follows. And we've listed all of the positions. I move the resolution.
Heard the resolution. May I get a second?
I'll second.
Thanks again, Paul. Comments? No. Seeing none, will the clerk call the roll?
Councilperson Patrick.
Aye.
Pasovich.
Aye.
Lefkowitz.
Aye.
Dawson.
Aye.
Theodora.
Aye.
Morrow.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. The resolution is approved.
And finally, I have resolution 161-14. Now there, be it resolved that the mayor and council of the Borough of Glen Ridge, County of Essex, New Jersey, hereby request the director of the Division of Local Government Services to approve the insertion of an item of revenue in the budget for the year 2014 in the sum of $10,304.79 for 2012 recycling tonnage grant. And we've further resolved that the sum be in same hereby appropriated under the caption of 2012 recycling tonnage grant. Be it further resolved, the Borough Clerk forward 2 certified copies of this resolution to the Director of Local Government Services for approval. I move the resolution.
Heard the resolution. May I get a second?
I'll second again.
Paul? Comments? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilperson Patrick.
Aye.
Pasovich.
Aye.
Lefkowitz.
Aye.
Dawson.
Aye.
Theodora.
Aye.
Morrow.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. The resolution is approved.
Please, Michael Marcy.
Thank you, Stewart. Councilman Lassola?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I simply have one ordinance for second reading. This ordinance deals with the placement or the provision of parking permits, for up to 3 parking permits for each homeowner in town in front of their home on the streets that are designated with limited parking between 7 and 5. So I have ordinance number 1622 for final reading.
Mr. Mayor, this is state for record that this ordinance has been properly advertised and posted in accordance with the state statute.
Right, I declare this meeting open for a discussion of this ordinance, and only this ordinance, this being the time and place for a public hearing. This means there is no one here from the public. I declare the hearing closed.
I move that the ordinance be finally passed.
Great.
Second.
David, thank you. You've heard the
It's a
motion
pistol
by
race.
Councilman Lasovich and seconded by Councilman Lefkowitz. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilperson Patrick.
Aye.
Pasovich.
Aye.
Lefkowitz.
Aye.
Dawson.
Aye.
Theodora.
Aye.
Morrow.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. The ordinance is passed on final reading.
That's all I have.
Okay. And Paul, congratulations on bringing that issue to closure.
Maybe.
Thank you. Okay. Councilman Lefkowitz.
Mr. Mayor, I have no report this evening.
Thank you. Councilman Dawson.
I just want to briefly show everybody, this is what the inside of the sewer line looks like now that we're...
Don't bring that to...
No, this hasn't been done. What this stuff is, it goes in as a floppy sock, like a felt, and then they blow it up with air after they have it positioned, and then they initiate the polymerization of the resin with a UV light. they grind that through. So it's a permanent structural fit,
Wow.
and it has a very low,
Viscosity.
well, no,
Coefficient of friction.
the coefficient of friction is very low because it's nice and smooth. So this is what the contents of the line see. And, you know, it's, better capacity, and it's structural, so it should last basically indefinitely.
Really? That's the thickness?
Yeah. And it,
What's that, about an eighth-inch, quarter-inch thick?
so it doesn't really cost you much out of the,
You don't have a space.
Yeah. So it's it's really pretty strong, so. And these guys really seem like they know what they're doing. They're really pretty good.
Great. Thank you, Art.
So, and then as far as other activities, we're ready for whatever eventualities the weather brings us. The pads are in place, put the tank for the brine. It'll go in the north end of the yard right by where the fire plug is. And then we also poured a pad for the generator when we're able to put the new generator here and take the one that's outside the police station down there. So that's underway. The yard's been paved now also.
Okay.
And it really looks pretty good down there. I think tomorrow, it's either tomorrow or Wednesday, tomorrow they're picking up the brine truck, right? The spreader, that'll go in right into the mason dome.
Great.
So we'll have that tomorrow, and then the arrangements are made with Clifton to supply the tank of brine. So we're maybe we won't even need it. That'd be a good thing.
That's like buying a snowblower and never having it.
Yeah.
That's great.
So we're in pretty good shape, and everything's been going along pretty good. We got a lot of good guys there in public works. So I don't think there's nothing else really that I need to report on tonight.
Okay, thank you, Art. Councilman Theodore,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
your last official report.
It'll be short. Two updates on the projects in town. First is the footings were poured today for the town pool buildings, so another milestone there. Secondly, we have finalized for George Washington Field the striping choices. We're going to stripe for varsity soccer and varsity field hockey, and for youth baseball and youth lacrosse. We're going to tick the field for football. Adding football stripes would just make it too busy, but we will tick the field, very imperceptible markings on the field that allows our DPW people to come to the field and lay down a 100-yard gridiron for football in the eventuality we want to use it for that purpose. But you will not see football stripes for most events there.
Varsity soccer, varsity field hockey,
Correct.
and
Youth
lacrosse,
lacrosse, youth baseball,
and youth baseball.
and ticking for football.
Right, and this was an agreement, this was a discussion you had just internally amongst ourselves?
Well, the discussions were quite extensive with Montclair, with ADs, with GRAA, made sure we touched every base we could.
Right, and what's the status of that project, Jeff? George Washington Field.
Well, I mean, the target is the hoped-for date is to be ready for April 1st. I think weather is going to, it's out of our control. We're probably going to need to go into April. But even if we go into late April, we have options for baseball at other locations, so it won't affect anybody. We won't lose sports, we won't lose dates. So if we don't get cooperation from the weather, we may have to move some baseball, but there'll be a place for it to play.
Mr. Mayor, we're down to sub-base for the grading. We're installing the drainage pipe, and then the next task will be finalizing the curb.
Had good weather.
Yeah, so far.
Really good weather so far. And will you be back for the ground, when we...
If invited, I'd love to be
I'd
here.
love to have you come.
Thank you. I do have one resolution this evening, 162. Thank you. Resolution 162-14, just background. This is simply, it gives us the ability to pre-purchase, prepay for replacement turf of high-use areas. For instance, as an example, home plate gets used, quite a bit. Every batter comes up, digs in at home plate, and that turf will not last the 12 years right in that spot. So in order to get the same die batch, we pre-order it, put it in storage, and have it ready to replace 5-6 years down the road.
Is it the recommendation of the...
It's at the recommendation, yep.
So it's like the recommended spare part?
Exactly right. It's exactly what we'll be doing. It'll be held for us at that location, and when we need it, we just call it in.
Smart.
Resolution 16214, whereas the Township of Montclair and the Borough of Glen Ridge have entered into an agreement to reconstruct Washington Field, and whereas the Borough of Glen Ridge is a member of the Keystone Purchasing Cooperative, and whereas the Keystone Purchasing Cooperative has a contract with Field Turf for the Cool Play synthetic turf system, and whereas the Chief Finance Officer certified the availability of funds for this contract from the Shared Service Agreement Capital Ordinance 1612E and Essex County Open Space Grants. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Glen Ridge, New Jersey do hereby award the Washington Field Reconstruction Phase 2 Alternate 2 Future Replacement of High Traffic Area Contract to Field Turf, Tutalin, Oregon, in the amount of $33,339.31. And move the motion.
Okay.
Move the resolution.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Art. Any comments?
Is that the full price that we're sharing, or is that just our share?
Every dollar amount is 50/50.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, this is the full price of which Montclair will pay half, if that's what you're asking. Yeah.
Yeah, wondering when you come up with these figures.
Our portion of this will be 16.5.
Actually, isn't it more accurate to say that this is the full price, and then it's going to be divided up amongst 3 players, because we have to buy in from the county as well, right?
The county's number is fixed, which is 300,000. And right now, I just want to emphasize, we are absolutely on budget. This will come in, as expected, right around 900,000. So it will be 300,000 per party, but any
Maintenance.
decimal points that need to move will be shared by Montclair and Glen Ridge.
Got it. Okay. All right. So we've heard the resolution. It's moved and seconded. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilperson Patrick?
Okay.
Pasovich?
Aye.
Lefkowitz?
Aye.
Dawson?
Aye.
Theodora?
Aye.
Morrow?
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. The resolution is approved.
And that concludes my report.
Jeff? Councilwoman Morrow?
I have nothing this evening.
Very good. Comments to the administrator?
Mr. Mayor, I have no report this evening.
Comments to the attorney? I have no report. Comments to the chief?
Good evening. Mr. Mayor, thank you for our meeting earlier and allowing me to give that accommodation to Officer Schwartz. And I just wanted to remind everybody now that we definitely have some improvement regarding criminal activity that's taking place between September and December. We're just asking everybody to remain vigilant, report anything suspicious, and be the eyes and ears of the PD for the rest of the month.
Great. Okay, no one from the public. Do we have a member of the public who would like to speak? Jackie?
I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year.
Here, here.
And I also would like to wish everyone here and everyone who might be watching on Channel 36 a happy holidays, Happy New Year, and I look forward to starting the new year on January 5th at our reorganization meeting, and I hope more people will come for that meeting. We'd like to recognize people that have given service to the borough at that time, including Councilman Theodora is leaving us, and welcome some new council people and some new volunteers who are going to be serving on our various boards, and lay out our agenda for the year of 2015. So with that, who's got a motion for me to adjourn?
Also move to adjourn the meeting.
All right.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
You can put your logo, you can put your face in this.